Well, I haven't been on for a while. Feel like I got to get something off my chest. I'm 3 weeks into a new venture, and I've talked to about, oh, 40, 50 people. I've brought about a dozen on board, and I am reminded, having been many years since I actually actively tried to build a business with people, I'm reminded of why so few actually succeed. You know, you read online all the time, what a sham, what a scam, because only 1% make it or 2% make it or whatever. And they're absolutely right. Only 1 or 2% make it. But it ain't because they more can, 100% can. It's only 1 or 2% of us will do the necessary things to make it work. I've shared this with a number of people who have actually come on board and haven't done a thing, which, of course, isn't surprising to me. It just reminds me of the laws of human nature. You can't make people successful. Some people have vision, some people have expectancy, some people see things, and some people don't see things. There are people who are so caught up in making a living, they don't understand what it takes to make a life. I understand what happens to people. They get in these ruts. They get locked up and economically enslaved. They get into habits. We're creatures of habits. It's hard for people who haven't been educated, who haven't read the books, who haven't been around successful people, to understand what are the principles of success. If they would just read Magic of Thinking Big, if they would just read Think and Grow Rich. But of course, it isn't taught in schools. They haven't read those things. They haven't been around a lot of truly successful people, super achievers, to see what the habits and the characters of those people are. They've been around, and there's that old law that you become like that with which you associate. And if you've been around broke people all your life, you only see what broke people do. And I'm not knocking particular people. If you're happy with what you do, this is not meant to offend anybody or put anybody down. It's meant to point out the differences between those of us who achieve greatness in life. And I am proud of what I achieved in my life. I had 25 years of total freedom, guys. I guess I should take a little time, and maybe some of you might get motivated if you could just understand what freedom is like. If you've never been financially free and uneconomically enslaved, economically free, you don't know what freedom is like. And it's not the big things that were exciting to me. I made millions of dollars. I had the $1 million homes. I've had 8 or 9 $500,000 motor coaches. I've had 3 airplanes. I traveled around the world 6 or 8. This is not to brag. I'm just saying what if you learn and apply some simple basic principles in your life, there's an incredible world out there waiting for you. There's an incredible lifestyle you can actually have. There is way more to life than just getting up and going to work every day and doing the same thing day after day after day after day and not going anywhere. You got 100 people waiting for your paycheck every Friday. You're not even working for yourself anymore. You're working so they can get their money. You're lucky if you have anything left over. I mean, there's a different life available than that, guys. I did about a year of intense effort to become financially free. It only took about a year, but it took a year of intense effort. During that first year, while I was still in the Air Force and I was building my Amway business, I want you to understand something. My electricity was turned off, I forgot the number, 10, 11, 12, 13 times, because I didn't pay my electric bill. I put my money into my business first. My car was repossessed. I didn't pay the car payment because I'm not advising you to do this or recommend you do this. It's what I had to do. It's what I chose to do because I wanted to be free. And I wasn't going to keep putting money into things I didn't want. I wasn't going to keep paying for a car I didn't want to drive. I wasn't going to keep paying on a home I didn't want to live in. I wasn't going to keep spending money on things that weren't invested in my future, invested and move me toward my dream. I see people who can't afford to purchase a starter pack, who can't afford to purchase the basic materials they need because they're too busy buying cigarettes and food and booze and six packs and everything else they're spending money on, to understand the importance of putting it into themselves first and investing in their business first and investing in their future first. Those of us who succeed in this type of business are not super special people. We just understand and apply some basic disciplines. We understand, here goes the cliches again. We understand if we keep doing what we've been doing, we keep getting what we. It just blows my mind that people don't have time to do this because they got to work. Well, I know you got to work, but you got you can't have your mind there. You got to do so many physical movements a day for so many pennies a day. You got to put your effort, you got to put your time, you got to put your energy, you got to have expectancy, you got to believe and understand. You're working toward your future. You're working toward, I just did a chart this morning on a little bit. If you, in this business I'm in now, if you reach director level, which is not, or excuse me, senior director level, which is 5 directors, which isn't a very big business, you're making about 5 to 8,000 a month. If you just make 5 a month, and you put 20 in, let's say you had to show it to 10 to get 1. I mean, that's ridiculous. You're not gonna have to do that. But if you did, okay, you showed it, you showed it to 200 to get 20. 20 makes you 60 grand a year. If you project that out 10 years, that's $600,000. That's $3,000 per person you showed it to. That's the way my mind works. I'm always thinking about it. I know it's going to happen because I'm not going to quit and I'm going to keep doing it. So I'm going to make the 600,000. Way beyond that. So what is my effort paying me? You're putting money in the bank. Every time you share this concept, somebody put 3,000 in the bank. You can't cash it until you reach that level, but it's accruing interest. It's in the bank. If people could just understand the simplicity of success. It's have a dream, have a goal, have a why. Same old stuff over and over again. Have a dream, have a goal, have a why that drives you enough to get you passionate and excited enough to want to do something. I can't stand doing something every minute, much less every day or every week. I want to do something every minute that's moving me forward. I can't stand to not have somebody to be talking to. I got to talk to every person that gets close to me. I'm obsessed. I'm possessed. I'm obsessed about my dream. I'm obsessed to where I can be a year from now if I do the things today to get me where I want to be a year from now. It's what you do today that will determine where you'll be a year from now. It's the little decisions you make hour by hour and day by day that determine where you're going. Guys, I wish I could reach in there and I say guys again. I was told I should be talking to one person because there's only one person watching this video probably. So I hate to get that personal. I like to keep it general because I don't want to offend you. I don't want you to think I'm talking, directly to you, even though that I am. I'm not accusing you of having this. I'm trying to get you to understand. You are that close to success. You are that close to achievement if you would just read Magic of Thinking Big and apply the first few chapters. If you just read Think and Grow Rich and learn those basic principles and begin to apply them in your life. If you would go to YouTube and listen to Les Brown and Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn and just a few of those people, listen to what they have to say. There's no secrets. They're all out there. They're all available for you. Don't go watching stupid TV shows. Go to YouTube and watch something that can improve your mind. Go to something that can help you to grow, that can help you to learn the values and the principles that are going to help you become successful. And I don't know what success is for you. Maybe it's not a lot of money. Maybe it's not having better homes, but wouldn't it be nice just to be out of debt? Wouldn't it be nice not to owe somebody else? Wouldn't it be nice if you're going to choose to continue to work on a job? Wouldn't it be nice if the paycheck at the end of the week was yours to spend on you and your family instead of giving it to all those people? I mean, you're paying for a car, and don't get offended. You're probably paying for a car that's just transportation to get you to work. You're living in a home that's just a roof over your head to rest in a few hours before it's time to go back to work. I mean, have you thought about going to work 48, 50 hours a week for 40 or 50 years, 100 to 120,000 hours to get where? To retire on 4% of what you're going to live on already? Think about, if you don't change your direction, you're going to end up where you're headed. If you keep doing what you've been doing, going to keep getting what you've been getting. If you want things to be different, you got to do something different. You got to become something different. You got to think differently. You got to spend your time differently. You got to change your attitude. You got to grow. You got to become better. You got to do the things that are going to change tomorrow, that are going to change next week, that are going to change next year. If you don't change today, next year doesn't change. It remains the same. I get so exasperated with people who see how incredible potential, and they just so locked into the routine and their habits and what they do and what they see everybody else doing. As Earl Nightingale said on The Stranger's Secret, it's not courage, it's conformity. It's habit. It's people they do what everybody else is doing, and they don't seem to understand that everybody else is retiring broke if they retire at all. I mean, you tiptoe through life trying to reach death safely. I mean, read Greatest Miracle. Guys, read the books. Please just read the book. They're free on YouTube. You can download most of them. You can listen to the original authors doing the talk. Just read. You have to read. You have to listen. You become like that with which you associate. You will be the result of the books you read, the people you hang around, and the things you put in this computer up here. You know, I'm reaching a tough decision. There's some people I really care about and like being around, but I can't really afford to be around them much anymore, because when I'm around them, I get frustrated. I get exasperated. They frustrate me because they won't do the necessary things. It's not for me. I'm not frustrated because they won't do it. I'm frustrated because I can't hang around people that bring me down and frustrate me. I gotta keep my mind focused, because I'm not a great people person. I can get down on people real quick. My stupidity tolerance is very low. I'm not a great, wonderful, soft, loving, caring, soft person. I mean, I tell it like it is. You know, I can only handle so much stupidity, and I got to get away from people for a while, because I just, you know, I can't deal with it. I just don't understand. My mind can't comprehend why everyone doesn't want more, and doesn't want a better life, and doesn't want more time with their family, and doesn't want to live better, and doesn't want to travel, and doesn't want to see some of the world, and doesn't want to have time to do things. I mean, the greatest thing about freedom to me was just sleeping in until I wanted to get up. You know, doing what I wanted to do. It wasn't having a lot of great things. It was just not having to answer to anybody, not having an alarm clock. I haven't gotten up to an alarm clock in 40 years. I never worn a watch in 40 years, because there was no need to. My time was mine. I owned my own life. I hadn't rented it out to somebody else to use and abuse so they could get what they want out of life. Guys, if you got a job, journey of the broke, as Les Brown says, just over broke, you're making somebody a heck of a lot of money. If they're paying you $20 an hour, they're making 50 on you. And you know, and that's okay. If you understand that and accept that, and you're happy doing that, God bless you. Not me. I'm not working to make somebody else rich. I'm not working to buy somebody else a nice home. And I'd rather put that time and energy in getting me and my family what we want, what we deserve. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. If you just basically write down what you want, write down when you want it, and accept the fact that what you're doing hasn't got it for you in the last 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years, and it isn't going to get it for you in the next 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years. You're just waiting to win the lottery. I mean, it's come on. This is a simple concept. Talk to people. Talk to everybody. There are people looking for you. There are people waiting for you. Just adopt some basic principles and habits and disciplines that are all written in the books that the great speakers will tell you about on YouTube for free. If you just turn off the TV and go listen to some of these people, it can drastically change it. Well, it can't change your life. You got to apply what you hear to your own life. First of all, you got to have a want to. Do you want to change your life? Do you want to make it better? Do you want to have time? Do you want to have a better home? Do you want to drive a better vehicle? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to have better, nicer clothes? Would you like to leave a legacy for your kids? Would you like your kids to be proud? I guess why I'm doing this again at this age is I want to win again. I've won before, but I've lost a lot in the last few years. I lost $6 million in 4 years. I am not very proud of that. I'm amazed how easy it was to do. Didn't do a thing for my self-esteem. It wasn't his business, because I tried to do some conventional investments, and it wasn't very good. So I want to win again. I felt like a loser for a while. I don't want to like feeling like a loser. I want to feel like a winner. I want to be proud of myself. I want to look in the mirror and be proud of what I've done, be proud of what I've accomplished, have the people that I care about proud of me again. I want my wife to be proud of me again. I want my sons to be proud of me again. I want to be proud of me again. And to do that, I need to win. It ain't about money. It's about accomplishing. It's about overcoming. It's about doing what the 99.9% won't do. Makes me feel good to know I'm doing what the masses won't do. I'm not going to be one of the masses. I'm going to be one of the few. You can be one of the few. It's just a decision, guys, to do the simple things that it requires on a day-to-day, hour-by-hour basis. It's just basic, simple principles. Have a dream. Get your attitude right. Start thinking right. Quit hanging around negative people. Stop thinking. Believe in yourself. Believe you can. Listen to a coach. Listen to a mentor. Take some guidance. Take some direction. And you can be free. It's worth it, guys. It's worth whatever the price you have to pay. Freedom is worth it. And I challenge you and I urge you Try it for a while. You get a couple of days of freedom, you would never want to go back to anything different. Freedom is a decision and a little bit of effort away. Wish you the best. Have a great day.